You're listening to the Everyday Astrology Podcast. I'm Hilary Scott, your astrologer, and right now we're right near the power point, one of the 4 power points of the year when the seasons shift. The day and the night are of equal measure right now, which is so interesting. It goes so fast. Like, I feel like it was just winter yesterday. Why does that happen when we're getting older? That just seems so unfair. So with the Equinox on the 19th of March comes the shift in energy that is a lot more, when everything shifts into Aries, there's a lot more get up and go. You come out of this like sleepy, dreamy world of Pisces and into the let's get her done. Let's plant the seeds. Let's start the stuff. Let's be our true and total selves. Because Aries, that's one thing with Aries, is they just know who they are. They're the little words that you use for Aries is I am. So it rules the toddler years in the sort of cycle of a human life. So toddlers are not stopping to ask anybody what they should do or shouldn't do. And if somebody tries to stop them, they're rude and obnoxious and throw tantrums and stamp their feet and lie on the floor. And it's this sort of like, I'm going to do what I want to do energy, which is really lovely because it gives us sort of a boost of courage and just self-certainty and warmth and fire. Mars is the ruler. So Aries is the sun is very happy when it's traveling through Aries. So we all get a nice burst of that, which is super lovely. You can take kind of a snapshot of what's going to happen for the whole year with this because it's actually the astrological new year, which it all begins again, the cycle, the astrology cycle. So it's a great time to consider what you would like to create with the new moon coming up, the first new moon of the year, which is in April, I believe. So right now, it's the 19th of March. There is a really lovely trine to Neptune, which is great, and also a trine between the sun and the moon. There's more difficult stuff going on with the moon opposite Pluto, which is, it adds this depth to it. There's just this sort of heavy feeling of I've got to face the fears. I've got to deal with the dark. I've got to become aware of what's sort of lurking and hiding in the subconscious realms. So that stuff might be coming up for you. There might be stuff relating to Pluto coming up for you. Generally, you'll see it in the society around you as well. Things will be surfacing. Stuff that you didn't think could be possible, you'll realize was actually going on. The good thing about Pluto is that it's very good at plumbing the depths and really helping you introspect in a way that helps you change your behavior. And if you can change your behavior or recognize your behavior, sometimes we have behaviors that are completely subconscious to us. And they're there protecting us, generally protecting us in some way from whatever harm we experienced at some point in our lives. It's like an armoring and a loop gets happening. So with Pluto coming in and the sun shifting into a new sign, and we've got pretty powerful Uranus energy right near this as well. So it sort of shakes us out of our stupor and helps us recognize what we're doing wrong or how we need to change things. It's really can be quite revolutionary, depending on your character, obviously. Some people are like, yeah, let's go deep. Let's sort it out. I imagine that people who are into astrology are like that, because why would you have found astrology unless you want the deeper answers and you want to go as deep as possible? It's just too complicated to just have a passing fancy about it generally. If you're meant to learn it, it's a deep, complicated topic. So Plutonian energy is generally drawn to astrology because it gives us these answers. Even the fact to understand how Pluto in your birth chart is tracking the evolutionary journey of your soul. So you can look to Pluto in someone's birth chart and understand what the soul of that person is up to, what it's trying to accomplish in this lifetime, what kinds of focus it has and issues and possible sabotaging tendencies and gifts. And it's just amazing. The sheer vastness of energy that you can get from a birth chart in general is just mind-boggling. But Pluto is here with this equinox to help us go deep and figure out what we're going to sort out, what we need to let go, and what we're going to really begin being our true and total selves without all the stuff, all the baggage and shoulds and that sort of thing. It's interesting when you get into the Plutonian energy. Neptune here also is helping. Neptune can be so many things. Everything can be so many things. Everything has its opposite within it. So the positive energy of Neptune is that we can really get magical and tap into our human magic, which we definitely have. So it helps you bust through the mundane, very heady energy of our sort of conditioning and tap into the magic of inspiration, or like all the things that are otherworldly come under the realm of Neptune. Inspiration, art, creativity, music. Also, there is like addiction and like illusion and deception, because it is very illusory. It can be, but this is a trine. I believe that it will help us tap into our magical creativity and our enjoyment. We need to like tap into our joy so that we can lift the planet's energy up, because it's dark out there. It can be so dark, and if you pay attention, it can just be maddening. So you don't want to be in that lower energy. It's really tricky. You got to have like one toe on the pulse of what's going on, so that you can not be blindsided by something, but also stay in your own realm of energy and focus on what brings you joy. Focus on what lights you up. Focus on what is exciting. And it doesn't matter what it is. It's just what you think it is. So whatever that is, find it and feel it and help raise the vibration of the planet. And with this Neptunian energy, there's inspiration there for us all to be a part of. Maybe you have a poem. Maybe you have some sort of natural creative effort. Maybe you could write a song. Maybe you could just so many things. Like everything is creative. Plant a garden. It is definitely a time of tapping into your creativity and your individuality and what makes you you. We're not here to be each other, even though we're conditioned from when we're little babes and then put into the system and to sit still in our desks and learn all the things that are so important for our success as human beings. That is not true. None of it was true. And we have to decondition ourselves from all of the crap that we learned. Neptune will help you with that, because you can kind of recognize the magic that's all around us and tap into it. Not like the fake Christmas Santa magic, but like the real human nature magic that connects us all to each other and helps us honor the energy of the planet and the hummingbirds and the bears and all of it, the hawks and the crows and the worms and the everything. We're all this just amazing. We're amazing. We're also amazing. So if you can tap into that and find it and see it and amplify it, that would be so helpful. I think a wonderful way to use your energy with this equinox. The sun enters Aries. There's also a trine from the moon and the sun. So there's this harmony that we're allowed to tap into that is helping to fuel the next few months. We are about to enter into a pretty intense, it really is intense. We're coming into an intense full moon lunar eclipse that's happening on the 25th. So this week we're leading up to that. It's a great time to figure out what you're getting rid of, what's going to be in your way. On the 21st, there's a pretty powerful conjunction between Venus and Saturn. That could be so many things. It is the energy is in Pisces. So there is that shimmery Neptunian like vibe with it going on. And it can help you be realistic. So like get your plans in order in a realistic way, especially even if you think about money, how are you going to make money? What could you invest in? In what way can you tap into like the logic and the planning and the like investments? You could amplify your money if you're smart. You're not wasteful with it. You make sure that you invest it in things that get your dollars working for you. That's important. That makes so much sense. Multiple streams of income. Find what is valuable and what you have value. Like think on these topics during this week. Mars actually will be entering into Pisces on the 22nd. That's going to change the energy as well, from being very electric and ungrounded into possibly sleepy or creative. There's that Mars is not naturally affluent in Pisces because it's like, go, go. And it's now going to be kind of like, treading water, swimming, trying to swim, but there's waves and it's not getting to go as fast as it would like. So just tune into your intuition, be with yourself, what you need in the moment, and that should help you be able to like handle this without burning yourself out, pedaling too fast when you're not going anywhere. Just chill out. For now, get yourself ready to start a whole new season. So this is an excellent time to get grounded and figure out what you're going to let go of with this lunar eclipse coming up. So with the equinox, it's a great time to kind of get a feel for what's coming in the next few months, make a plan. But we also, in 1 week, less than a week, on the 25th, we'll have the lunar eclipse. So it's definitely a chance to let go, especially being in Libra, to let go of relationship dynamics, things that are unfair, to find peace and harmony and love in your heart. This is all sort of the goal, is to be joyful and tap into loving relationships and connections and witness whatever's coming up. So I will be back to talk in more detail about that. Thank you so much for listening. I will be back to talk about the lunar and solar eclipses that are coming up. And in the meantime, just sort of enjoy the ride. This time is like the wheel of fortune turning, and the energy is set in motion. So it's good to just sort of float in it and ground down, like paradoxically, so that you can see what's going to unfold, however it all unfolds. So again, many, many blessings for this new season in our lives. Happy New Year. Happy astrological New Year. If you would like to have a reading done, that would be great. Also, I have a PDF because I'm not going to be right now. I'm not sure exactly how it's all going to go, but I do have a really great PDF that I made for the important energies that you don't want to miss for 2024. So it just gives you the highlights on the PowerPoints, which we're at today, and also the equinoxes and solstices and the lunar eclipse and solar eclipses, Mercury retrograde, that sort of thing. If you are interested, you can contact me and I'll fire off that PDF to you. I hope that you are feeling good and all is well with you, and that you can see what's coming and that you feel loved. So thank you for listening.